Hi everyone, it's Justine. How do you know when a trend stops being a trend? For instance, when I do trend videos, some people say, oh wow, like that's really new. I've never seen something like that before. That's a completely new silhouette, completely new style. And others say, wait, this is not new. I've seen it all over already. It has been around for like at least a year. So from one person to the other, like who's right? How do you know? Is there a rule to know when a trend stops being a trend? To help me answer the question, I'd like to give you a quote from a book I recently found at a flea market. It's called The Language of Clothes by Alison Lurie. It's a book from 1981. It's really fun and easy to read, highly recommended. I'll put the name in the description for you guys below. I doubt you find it new, but you can find it secondhand on eBay or something like that, for instance. So it's fun because, for instance, she says stuff like, oh, nobody wears hats anymore, like hats are dead. Or she says this slim trend will never pick up. So even though she's wrong, it's fun to read perspectives from different decades because it's a mere 30 years away and they had a completely different opinion and vision about the world of fashion. And I find it extremely inspiring and quite smart in the way she writes it. Highly recommended. So let me come to the point. I'm going to read you a list of adjectives that she's using in this book, which I'm reading at the moment, to qualify what's new, what's current, and what's old. Here you go. 10 years before its time, a garment is indecent. 5 years before its time, it's shameless. 1 year before its time, it's only daring. In its time, it's smart. And then we go towards the past. 1 year after its time, it's dowdy. 10 years after, it's hideous. 20 years after, it's ridiculous. 30 years after, it's amusing. 50 years after its time, a garment is quaint. 70 years, it's charming. 100 years, it's romantic. And 150 years, it's beautiful. This quote shows us two things, right? The first one is that the perception of what's new, old, okay to wear, not anymore, changes with time. This you gathered. But at a slower pace, as you're moving away from the present time towards the future and also towards the past. So it's a matter of when you're looking at it, so to say. Second point, who's the judge? The person looking at it will have a completely different judgment and opinion depending on her country, religion, age, values, education. It's a totally different game. So trends can only be judged, so to say, for a given country or region of the world, for a given target group, and at a given time. And so there is no absolute rule that works for the entire world. So if you are somebody in a country that's very fashion trendy, and you're on Instagram all the time, and you follow the trendsetters and the opinion leaders, then you might have the feeling that ombre hair has been there for like 10 years. If you're not in that group of people, in that target group in this country, then you might have the feeling that's something that has been around for just a year or two, and you still find it totally okay and quite innovative to do it. And that is fine too, because that's your own judgment, so to say. In the end, if I have to say that in one sentence, I would say a trend stops being a trend when the majority of the population in a country and in a social group starts to get sick of it. And I think that's the only rule that really works. This makes it impossible for me to do trend videos on this channel, because I actually have subscribers from over 100 different countries and ranging from 14 to 70 plus year old, all with different backgrounds, opinions, sensibilities. It's impossible, but I'm still gonna keep trying. That's it. That was just a quick food for thought for this week. If you liked it, thumb up. Subscribe if you're interested in all things fashion, because that's what my channel is about, and I upload a video every Sunday. Here are 2 more videos for you to watch. The first one is about trends. The first one of my series about trend hunting. It has been a while ago, maybe you haven't seen it yet. It would be here. And last week I uploaded a summary from Berlin Fashion Week, the alternative one. If you like to see 8 shows within one video, There you go. I see you next Sunday for a new video. Until then, take care. Bye.